Hey, what's up guys, Steven here, welcome back to another video, and today we're taking a closer look at a smartwatch that could be the best smartwatch of 2025. So guys, let's get ready for the all-new Huawei Watch 5. The Huawei Watch 5 is here, and honestly it's one of the most impressive smartwatches I've tested in a long time. It's packed with new features, design upgrades and health tracking technology that puts it way ahead of the curve. Let's start with what really makes it stand out. The new multi-sensing X-Tab technology. This is a first in the industry. Now Huawei combined ECG, a pressure sensor and a fingertip PPG sensor to give you incredibly accurate health readings, just by touching the side of your watch. And it's not just SpO2. The watch also now supports HRV measurements, and there's also a new health glance feature that is basically a 60-second mini checkup. Now tap and hold the watch and it runs through different health indicators, from ECG and heart rate variability to stress and even a cough test to assess your respiratory health. It's like having a portable health clinic on your wrist. Now another cool new feature, that's gesture control. You can answer a call or switch music tracks using simple hand gestures, like a double tap or a finger slide without touching the screen. Now design-wise, the Watch 5 is gorgeous. You've got aerospace-grade titanium in the 46mm models and premium 904L stainless steel in the 42mm versions. It's sleek, light and incredibly durable. The display has also been upgraded. The watch now uses LTPO 2.0 technology with a peak brightness of 3000 nits. Now that's brighter than the Apple Watch S10, and the bezels are also thinner, so the screen feels bigger and more immersive. Visibility in sunlight, no problem at all. Now for connectivity, the eSIM feature has been improved. You can make calls, stream music and use maps without your phone. It's perfect if you're running or at the gym. Plus, Wi-Fi 6 makes updates and downloads way faster than before. I just downloaded the maps for Austria and it literally took less than a minute. Fitness tracking covers over 100 sports, including golf, diving and much more. And outdoor users will love the full color offline maps and Huawei Sunflower GPS, which really worked reliable even in dense forests and city environments. I've tried it out myself on outdoor walks, outdoor cycles and even on my motorbike, and the GPS performance is truly stunning and very accurate, even in not so good weather conditions. Also for tracking your sports, now I try to do sports every day, and since 2 weeks with the smartwatch I have to say I never had a single issue, and the battery life is as always a big one. It is excellent. In standard mode, the 46mm version lasts up to 4.5 days, and if you switch to the ultra long battery mode, you can stretch it up to 11 days. Now charging is fast too, about 90 minutes from 0 to full. So overall, the Huawei Watch 5 isn't just an upgrade, it just feels like a full reinvention. From cutting-edge health technology and gesture control to its premium materials and powerful battery life. This is easily one of the most complete smartwatches on the market right now. So if you're serious about health tracking or just want a luxury smartwatch that actually delivers on features, the Watch 5 is worth a close look. Alright, so it's time to have a closer look at the watches, and trust me guys, in real life they look even better than on videos and pictures, so make sure to pick one up and have a closer look. So first of all, I was using here the Huawei Watch 5 for the last 2 weeks, and this is the aerospace grade titanium version, because this here is the bigger 46mm one. There's also a 42mm one, which you can see right over here, so a smaller version that comes with a stainless steel case, but also there's a 46mm black version that also comes with a stainless steel case, but the majority of the 46mm, which is the brown, silver and purple edition, they come with aerospace grade titanium. Also for the 42mm edition, there's beautiful colors, beige, sand gold, white, green. So make sure to have a closer look, also in different variants of steel. Now this is not only stainless steel, this is 904L stainless steel. Although a luxury brand, which you might know, is using that. It's very robust, it's very resistant to environmental factors. So actually pretty good type of steel, but also there is another version with a 316L stainless steel, so plenty of options to choose from. Nevertheless, I just wanted to show you the size difference between the 42mm edition and the 46mm edition, but as I'm quite big, yeah, for me it's actually the 46mm edition. And let's now have a closer look at this one. Now, first of all, just check out this gorgeous display. Now, the display, which you can see right over here, is a LTPO 2.0 screen. It has 3000 nits, and just look how beautiful that looks like. Now, by default, it comes with a watch face that looks really stunning, this gravity wall. And here you see all the detail in that sand or whatever it is. It just looks really, really cool. And I was wearing this watch the last 2 weeks, and everyone asked me, dude, what is that watch? So yeah, it's the Huawei Watch 5. And yeah, check this out. Now here you can see the band. Now this is the titanium band, and it feels really super smooth. Now it's also very lightweight, so that's basically the main difference to steel or other type of materials. It's just very scratch resistant, robust, corrosion resistant, and titanium is really lightweight. And there you can see the strap. So here we have the fastener, which just snaps in with the Huawei logo. And as we know from Huawei now, for a, let's say, technology company, how they manufacture watches, I'm always surprised that, yeah, they really know how to do it. Now, from the materials, from everything in there, it's just amazing. So the band is also very easy to change. You can just open it up, take out some parts or add parts to make it longer or less. And so you just put it in like this, it snaps into place, and boom, you are done. That's how it looks like. But I'll just take it off to show you quickly the sensor. Now guys, here's the body of the watch, and I think it looks really beautiful. It's clean, streamlined, futuristic. I really love it. So let's turn it around, and here we have the main sensor, as you already know. And also here, if you have spotted it already, there's another sensor. This is the multi-sensing X-Tab technology. So it's the industry's first multi-sensing X-Tab innovation. Now, what does this stand for? This is not only another sensor, this is basically something that hosts multiple sensors. And yeah, first of all, it includes a pressure sensor that detects fingertip pressure intensity. And also it has an ECG electrode inside, which is glass coated. And also it's a fingertip PPG. So this sensor promises 10 to 50 times improved signal quality and also enhanced pressure sensitivity. Now this in return gives you real-time fingertip SpO2 monitoring, arterial stiffness detection, also a full health report within 60 seconds by just putting your finger on there, ECG, pressure sensitive, interactive watch faces, and much, much more. So it's really, really cool that you can just have all of that on the tip of your finger. For sure, the watch also has a speaker, has microphones, has a customizable down button where you can put anything you want to on there. It has a rotatable crown, and you know the haptic feeling from Huawei watches. It just feels so, so premium. You have a little vibration, but this vibration, unless other smartwatches, you know, it's just feels so precise and premium. So I really love that rotatable crown, really great engineering. And also here with that red line inside, I think just gives it the whole special look. Now that's basically the watch body. This one here made out of titanium, and I will just show you the 42mm edition, which is made out of stainless steel. But also the stainless steel version has a similar surface finish, as you can see, and all of them are using sapphire glass, so very, very scratch resistant. And also the 42mm edition has the X-Tab sensor, which you can see right over here. And yeah, just also a beautiful looking smartwatch here with the polished finish, here a more matte finish, really, really beautiful. And yeah, let's have a closer look now again at the Watch 5. Now guys, let's have a closer look at the features. And first of all, if you swipe down here from the top, you get here your quick toggles. So here you can quickly switch on the sleep mode. I do this every night before sleeping. Then you have it here in the sleep mode. You will not get notifications and stuff like this, or there's also do not disturb mode. There is a torch, as you can see right over here. And also the torch now has different colors, so you can let your display light up in any color you want to. Pretty cool, maybe for concerts. You have here quick access to your alarms to find your phone, which will ring your phone. Pretty useful. Quick settings and screen on. Screen on is also cool because you can now easily leave it on for 20 minutes. And the screen, as I've told you, it's really, really bright. Also, there's drain the water after you've been in the water. The watch has Wi-Fi, as stated before, and this is the coolest thing. This is the button for the dual battery mode. You can hit here the battery saver, and this will give you within 3 seconds the same battery life like a GT5 Pro. Now in this mode it disables of course eSIM functionality and stuff like this, but you have up to 11 days of ultra long battery life. And this is pretty cool. Now if you're not using that eSIM functionality and stuff anyway, just turn it on and you have that ultra long battery life. All right, that's it from the quick toggles. Now, if you swipe up from the bottom, you have your notifications here. Currently, no notifications, but I can tell you notifications drop in super fast. The same time my phone vibrates, and I'm currently connected to an iPhone 16 Pro Max. I have it here on the watch. Some people on early Huawei smartwatches, they said, yeah, notifications don't come through, or there's issues with iOS, but I can tell you guys right now, absolutely not an issue. This watch works. It doesn't matter if it's on iOS or Android or EMUI. Now, if you swipe here to the left, you can also see what's new, health insights, the weather, upcoming events or music player. But this you can also edit what you want to have in there, or you can add different cards. So whatever you want to, you can manage that in here. If you swipe here to the other side, you can actually see some quick buttons, as you can see right over here, but also quick information like heart rate, weather. So tiny little widgets about your activity. Here also heart rate, SpO2, skin temperature, stress. So you can quickly scroll through and see what's going on, which is pretty cool as well. But all of this can be edited. So you can just hold it. You can go here to edit, and then you can edit here the apps. You can edit here what you want to see, or you can even add here new combinations, shortcuts, information. So it's very customizable. Honestly, I just keep it like it is. It has enough information for me, and the rest, if I want to, I will check up in the app. So the down button, as I've told you, it's customizable, and you can use the rotatable crown to scroll through here, which is pretty cool too. So I just had to put my smartwatch on, and now I can show you what happens if you tap the X-Tap sensor. 3, 2, 1, and it will start a full checkup. So this lasts 60 seconds. It starts with an ECG, and I cannot talk during that. So now the next test, measuring the heart rate, SpO2. So you just sit and do nothing. And now the next test, you have to cough into your smartwatch. Now Huawei says this is a non-medical test, but let's see what it says. No abnormalities, 9 tests, 9 successful, no abnormalities detected. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of tests, but it just takes 60 seconds and you get a full report of your health, average heart rate, HRV, which is new on the Watch 5 series, so it's 121 milliseconds right now, SpO2, skin temperature, stress, ECG. Well, don't move during the ECG. I was moving because of the camera, so inconclusive, but anyway, it's working fine, but you really have to stay still. If this is all fine, it will give you, no abnormalities, and save that in your Huawei Health application and on the watch. All right, so now let's go quickly through the features. And the watch supports well over 100 workout modes. So there's really everything in there. Now, first of all, I just want to mention that there is golf supported because that's very popular since the Huawei Watch Ultimate, and there is the driving range and the course mode. The course mode also allows you to download the maps of nearby golf courses, or you can just browse through the golf courses and download them, which is really cool. You have a graphical interface. I don't play golf personally, but just check this out if you're playing golf. It's really fantastic to track this sport. Also, it supports diving. Now, it has the free dive mode, as you can see. Freshwater, custom, or seawater can be set in here. And if you go in there, as you can see, you have all the controls with the buttons. And as I've told you before, the watch is waterproof up to that certified rating. So you can just take it for diving and use it to track it. Now, I'm also personally not diving, so I cannot give you too much of that information here. I just want to let you know that this watch supports it. Now, I'm more a cyclist guy, so I use it for cycling. The GPS is working perfectly fine, super accurate, great battery life. So it's fantastic if you're outdoors. Even in the forest, when I went through the forest, the GPS signal was perfectly fine. So really fantastic performance here. Here, if we go to add, you can see much more sports. So if there's something missing, just check in here. There's literally everything, like even Latin dancer, anything like that in there. Now, also it has the route to draw option. It has workout records, which you can check out on the watch, but you have more information, Huawei Health, workout status, activity records. So you can see all your activity rings in there. There's also Stay Fit, which is kind of interesting. It's a calorie tracker. You can easily track your calories. You just put in the Huawei Health application what you're eating for lunch, breakfast, dinner, and it will tell you your calorie deficit, and it helps you to lose weight. Quite interesting, especially for people who like to lose weight, so make sure to check it out. There's also the health dance option, basically what you have seen before, in 60 seconds, how you can get a full health report. We have heart rate tracking. We have SpO2, so continuous heart rate and SpO2 monitoring, skin temperature monitoring, sleep monitoring, as you will see later on Huawei Health, health clubbers, you'll also see that later, breathing exercises, which you can do directly on the watch, kind of interesting. Don't need your phone for that, especially if you have anxiety or stuff like this. You can just, also for stress relieving, you can do the breathing exercises directly on your watch without the need of your phone. Then here we have phones. So you can do phone calls directly from your watch if you have an eSIM or in conjunction with your phone. And you can also, of course, control it or even use the speaker and the microphone from the watch. So you know already how that works. Then here contacts, of course, and messaging. There's also a music player, there is remote shutter, which is really useful in combination, especially with the gestures, as I will show you a bit later. We have here also weather, wallet, calendar, alarm, timer, stopwatch. So all this basic functionality, calculate the compass. And here we have an air pressure sensor. And this might be interesting for people who like to hike, especially here with the air pressure for the different heights. You have Find Your Phone, you have Maps. This is pretty cool. Honestly, I have to say big shout out to Petal Maps. You see, this is all offline maps and you have everything in there, even the contour lines, and you can even download the maps of whole Europe or the whole world, like an overview. It's really crazy and you have all that offline on your watch. This is pretty mind-blowing. So that Petal Maps actually improved that much, it's cool to see. Then the app gallery. Now, one of the benefits having Watch 5 is that you can install additional apps. Now, there is games, there is also controlling Spotify. It's called Watch Spot, which might be pretty cool because most people, I think, use Spotify. Plenty of games, little gadgets and stuff like this, but this will improve and you will have more apps and stuff in the app gallery. Also, watch faces, etc. can be downloaded. I'll show you that later on the phone. Of course, the watch supports ECG, as I've told you before, using the X-Step sensor here to start. You can run an ECG anytime you want to. Same for arterial stiffness detection, health insights, emotional well-being. And here we have the additional apps I've installed. For instance, there's also tiny little games you can play on the watch. So check this out. Yeah, some of those games are actually pretty funny, and some of them also use the X-Step pressure sensor for some pressure sensitive controls. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, I like Snake. Snake is nice. That gives me old school vibes. The Huawei Watch 5 series supports gestures, and that can be used to pick up a phone call, snooze alarms. Now let me show you how that works, and there's a really nice tutorial for that. So there's the tap command, when you basically tap your index finger with your thumb, and let me show you that. So for instance, to snooze, you just double tap, and as you can see, worked, it snoozed. And now there's also the slide command, which works like this. And let me show you how that works. Slide twice to move focus. So there we go. That was twice. And now double tap. And it is working really good. I'm actually surprised. And it's really great how good that works. It works for phone, alarm, music, or what's really nice is the remote shutter when you are taking a picture. That's really a mind-blowing feature. Now guys, I think we went quickly through all of the most important features, and just remember, on iOS devices, you cannot use the keyboard to reply back to text messages or something like this. This only works on Android or Huawei devices. So that's the only downside if you're using it with iOS, but other than that, the functionality is pretty much the same and it works surprisingly good even on iOS devices. Now guys, let me show you the Huawei Health application. Now, most of you guys watching this video, you're probably already familiar with Huawei Health. So this is basically the application you download and you also use it to pair your smartwatch. So previously I was using a GT5 Pro and I was doing now sports every day because I also had some little health issues and I just try to live healthier now. And honestly, the watch helps me so much to just keep going every day because it reminds me and all its motivation to see, yeah, the rings are not finished. Let's go quick workout on the home trainer to make them 4 watches go around the block. So here you can see, for instance, my exercise records. So as you can see, I was doing basically cycling every day, mostly indoor cycle because it's still a little bit cold in Austria. So I used this to basically track my heart rate during the cycling and also my training stress recovery. So here it says the recovery time is only 3 hours. And here you have plenty of charts, for instance, for your average heart rate, maximum heart rate. And it also tells me, yeah, maybe for my next exercises now I should increase the intensity, whatever, because the recovery time is, yeah, it's too fast and I can just do more. For outdoor workouts, I was also going for a bike ride, and let me just find it. Here, as you can see, 10 kilometers, and the GPS performance is really great. So this is my usual test route I do, and I usually go here around the streets and then up here to the forest. And in the forest, it's usually very difficult for smartwatches, even for phones, to get a proper GPS connection because there's plenty of trees. You cannot see the sky. And as you can see, also the smartwatch has some, let's say, minor issues, but this is just maybe 30 centimeters difference from the way, as you can see. So the tracking, even here I made a little break, it's just so accurate, and I don't need to bring my phone. All that tracking is done by the smartwatch. So it's pretty amazing. You can leave your phone at home and track your whole route with GPS, and you get plenty of data like your average speed, total calories burned, and also where you have been slow, where you have been fast. So really a lot of information, which is pretty cool. And yeah, all of that without your phone. You can even copy music to your smartwatch, bring your FreeBuds or whatever earbuds, and yeah, leave your phone completely at home. So in Huawei Health, first of all, here you have an overview over all your health data. You have here this health clovers. I used it also for sleep tracking, and for the sleep tracking, it can do the, it can give you a rating. Usually I just look at the rating, but it can break it up to deep sleep, light sleep, REM sleep. And if you want to do sleep tracking, also the titanium version is very lightweight. I don't really have a problem wearing it at night. Also during sleeping, of course. And then here you can see the heart rate. So the heart rate during the day, you can actually see the whole graphs, what was your lowest heart rate. And I noticed actually my heart rate is quite low during sleeping, something also quite interesting to find out. And I also saw, because I was tracking my exercises for such a long time, that my average heart rate was dropping, especially also during the day, during the exercises, which is also a good thing. We also have emotional well-being here. So basically here, it can tell you how much stress you have, low, normal, moderate, or high, depending on, of course, the algorithm that is in the watch. It will somehow calculate what is your stress level. It can track, of course, your weight. If you have not seen it before on the smartwatch, there's also the Stay Fit application on the smartwatch. So this application is pretty great to keep track on your calories. Now it's very easy to use. So here you have breakfast, lunch and dinner. And just for every meal, you just enter here what you ate. For instance, let's say you ate pasta, then you just go here to pasta. And here you just choose which one. For instance, here with dates, around 300 calories, you ate 120 grams. It will calculate the average calories. And then you can see if you're in your goal calorie deficit. So pretty amazing applications just for free here in Huawei Health. That is pretty amazing too. If you have a watch that can track your blood pressure, you can also put it in there. Or of course, you can add manual records of your blood pressure. If you just want to keep it in Huawei Health, you just do it once a day on a different machine, just put it manually in there. Skin temperature is automatically monitored. HRV, of course, health glance, and here you get health insights. Now, honestly, for outdoor tracking, I think the Huawei Watch 5 is doing absolutely great GPS performance. In the ultra long battery mode, you have the same battery life like GT5 Pro, and it's just amazing. Here under Discover, you have plenty of, for instance, courses, yoga, whatever. You can feel free to have a look here. And here, for instance, you can download more watch faces. Some are free, some are paid, of course. So have a look there too if you want to. The only thing you cannot do if you're having an iOS device is that you can push applications from here to your smartwatch. So you have to do it on your watch. And also there's no wallet in there and stuff like this. But other than that, the iOS application has almost no limitation compared to an Android device. And I used it for a month, tracking my activity every day. It is really great also using it with an iOS device. But now let me show you how that looks on Android. Now, I just wanted to compare it to Android or to Huawei devices, but I found out it's really almost the same now. Now, the iOS compatibility has improved so much. We have the whole eSIM management in here, so you can have one number, two devices, or standalone number. You have the offline maps, which can be downloaded directly on the phone. So as you can see right over here, I downloaded Austria, but there's also global overview map you can download for many regions, the maps, which I think is so cool. Also here, as you can see, all the stuff that is in there that is basically also in here is in iOS. The only difference is the quick replies. So you don't have quick replies on iOS, you don't have the keyboard to reply to notifications, but other than that, it is pretty much the same, guys. It works the same, notifications work the same, and it is working really great. But I don't miss the quick replies or replies in general on iOS because I don't even use notifications so much because they're kind of disturbing. So I only have the most important notifications turned on, which you can manage right over here, and the rest I don't really care. But if that is important to you, well, then using it with an Android or Huawei device is of course the way to go. So guys, we're now here at the end of this video, and let's just quickly sum up my thoughts on the Huawei Watch 5. Now, it's a fantastic smartwatch. I used it over the last 2 weeks, had to charge it only twice. This is what I really love about Huawei smartwatches. Great functionality, they look nice, superb and very bright display, and you just need to charge it once a week or even more than that, because if you switch into the ultra long battery mode, you can just disable the eSIM functionality, which I'm honestly personally not using myself, but then I can just switch off those features and have the same, almost the same battery life like on my Huawei Watch GT5 Pro, which I was using the last months. Now, really a fantastic watch that offers a lot of features, and even as I've told you, you can just disable them if you don't want to and have ultra long battery life, which is really fantastic. Other than that, for workout tracking, it works really great. Huawei Health has improved so much. I was following the journey over years, and now we're at a point where there's also VIP membership where you can have classes. You have a lot of health metrics where you can follow up on your health, which, as I've mentioned before, I think is really important. So So since a couple of months I'm doing sports every day, so I try to improve myself, and it's really nice to track the progress with the smartwatch. But I don't need to have a fitness tracker because I have a beautiful smartwatch. I can use the smartwatch for my workouts, I can use it when I go on a business meeting, I can use it when I go on a date. So it's one watch for basically everything, and this is what I really love about Huawei products. They look nice, fit perfectly in my lifestyle, and are on the edge of technology. So if you want to have more information on the Huawei Watch 5, which is truly one of the best smartwatches of 2025, then make sure to check out the links down below. And if you have any questions, then feel free to ask, leave a comment down below, and I will try to reply as soon as possible. So big thanks for watching as always. See you in the next one. Have a nice day and bye.